afternoon, folks. This is the Real Life Real Estate Investing Show, where we talk about real life real estate situations, where we bring you real life real estate solutions. I'm your host, Glenn Glassford, affectionately known as Mr. Dollar Out of a Dime. And we got a special show today. We got some special guests that's coming on. This is actually, I'm calling this show today the Team Takeover. And we got one of the top teams in Atlanta, known as Everybody Eats. One of the best wholesale teams out there. And I wanted to have them come on, and they're going to be taking over the show today. They're going to be talking about what they got going on. They're going to be talking about the word of the month, which is one of my favorites. And, you know, just some major stuff that they're going to be sharing with us today. So make sure you all tune in and make sure you're paying attention and bring your questions. If you got any questions, they're going to be sharing a lot of what they got going on and a lot of some major things and, you know, moves that they're making. So here you are. Everybody Eats. Coming to the front.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Hey.
Good afternoon.
All right.
So
Monique.
first and foremost, Glenn, thank you again. We were here with you 2 years ago. So we have a lot to talk about, but definitely first and foremost, thank you for this opportunity. It's your girl, Mo Hustle. Everybody Eats. Monique Williams. I've been doing real estate since 2015, full-time since 2016. Started out in wholesaling, and for the past little bit over 2.5 years, I've been into project management and now going into construction. So, the grind guy.
That's the grind guy. Okay, that's okay. My name is John Stafford, aka the grind guy. I've been in the business now 20 years, primarily focused in on wholesaling. Did a few short sales and also going into construction. So, y'all stay tuned.
And none other than Mr. Legit.
The infamous.
Look, so my name is Charlie Parks. I've been doing real estate for about 2 years, and I started with Everybody Eats. And from 2 years ago, definitely we have some information to share with you that can help you get started and really just get you motivated, especially in this time right now. So let's get it.
The humble hustler, Charlie Parks.
Hey.
I'll say it. Also known as Visions by Legit.
Hey.
So if you need any photography, videography, a lot of what you see around the city, real estate pictures, listings,
Everything.
all that good stuff.
All the above, man. This dude, when y'all see these words of the month videos, that's all him. I'm just there with a shirt on.
Look, no cap.
Awesome. So again, Glenn had us here 2 years ago, right? A lot has changed.
Man.
One of the things that we want to focus on today is the word growth. If we were doing the same thing today that we were doing 2 years ago,
Man.
I don't think we would actually be here.
Yeah, we probably wouldn't be on the show. I'll tell y'all right now.
Actually wouldn't be here. So with that being said, we want to dig a little deep, okay? Mm-hmm. So we want to give you guys an opportunity to, connect with us and, find out exactly where we are now, in comparison to where we were then. So let's see here. Start out with the grind guy, okay? So, John, let's touch on your area of expertise, okay? So, again, you said that you've been in the business for 20 years now. So, let's do a recap for those that may not have seen the show 2 years ago, and some people that are just, maybe getting to know us now. How did you start 20 years ago?
Man, so I just did a live, so it's crazy because I was just telling how I actually got started. So I used to go to a gym and play basketball, and a mentor of mine found out I had a daughter right out of high school. He was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Man, right now I'm just trying to work and just, do the right thing and raise my daughter." So he was like, "Man, you know what?" He saw pictures of my daughter in my dashboard, whatnot. He pulled me to the side. He said, "Listen, I'm gonna show you something to change your life. Come to my house, and we're gonna do a. You're just gonna ride in the car. I'm gonna ride in the car with you. You're gonna drive. We're gonna talk about some things. I'm gonna show you some things." So, long story short, he showed me a few things. At the time, it was pre-foreclosures. I used to knock on doors. That's how I got started, and just took it and ran with it, man. After 3 months, almost losing everything, phone turned off, got it back on. Just like not willing to give up and just, staying disciplined and really wanting to grow. Closing my first deal, made $10,000. I never looked back. And, always wanted a team that had the hunger and the same desires I had when I got started. And, I've been knowing Mo Hustle over 10 years. Talked to her about getting into the business prior to the real estate crash, and just using.
And what happened? What did I say?
So, some people, and there's nothing wrong with this. There's nothing wrong with working the job, right? There's nothing wrong with the 9 to 5. I always say that to people. Nothing wrong with the 9 to 5. We're not going to knock anybody that works a 9 to 5 because that's their security. That's their own personal security for them. And that's what they want to do, right?
Correct.
So at first, Mo was like, man, I don't want to be no real estate, walk no houses. This is what she was saying to me. And when people say that, you kind of, fall back, let them stay in their place. It's fine. No problem. Fast forward. About 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Mo Hustle calls me and says, hey, John. She's excited. John, I'm going to this real estate meeting. She started saying names. And I'm like, Mo, I know that guy. You talked to the guy that taught me. She's like, really? She's like, really?
This is what I do, Mo. That's what I tried to tell you back in whatever year that was.
05, 06, 06, 07.
No, it was like 07, yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to tell you. She was like, wow, really? So she, tagged me in with a few people. She closed on her first deal. And, she called me up and she was like, John, look, I'm out here. I want to get with a team. We need to build something. She got with me. We closed her deal out. We're not going to talk about her deal because that almost went left. Had to step in and really make moves. We almost went to everybody.
Come on.
Do something else.
Come on now. No,
you know what I'm saying? Went to everybody, scrap now. But yeah, but we got everything. It was a lesson learned, right? But what did Mo do? She put herself in position to do what? Elevate, grow, and now look, Mo Hustle's everywhere. Right?
So fast forward, and to actually piggyback on, when John was trying to tell me about the business, my mindset was totally not there as far as understanding what he was trying to convey to me. So for me, I was like, I'm thinking from a realtor's position, right? An agent. And even with what we do, because we're entrepreneurs in this business, but my mindset was, you know what? If you're not guaranteed a paycheck every 2 weeks, there's no guarantee to eat, right? Benefits, all that good stuff. So, it was just like, what? I'm making pretty good money, doing what I'm doing. And I don't want the pressure of having to make sure that if I don't perform this month or this week or whatever the case may be, that now I'm in a place of discomfort. However, part of our journey to grow is being outside of your comfort zone, right?
That's the biggest part.
If you stay comfortable, if you stay comfortable, you typically become complacent, right? So those are 2 C words that we want to actually break away from when it comes to pursuing these things that we want to pursue. So the whole idea of Everybody Eats came up in the driveway in Southwest Atlanta, Venetian Hills on Central Villa. So we're going to talk about that. So I met Carlos Carson. Shout out to Carlos. Close to Clip Power, watching number one on Angie's list. Right? So met Carlos, and Carlos was like, man, I got a couple of deals, man. I need to get them closed. And I was like, okay, let's do it. Because I saw the drive in the same type of energy. He was like, man, I like what you're saying. I like your flow. I like everything that you got going on. So Carlos came and we got together. We met in the driveway. We actually closed that deal. Okay. I was just there. They were there working on the deal. Yeah. I just pulled up. But guess what Mo was doing? She was adding some type of value. She put herself in what? Position. That's why that's the word of the month, right? She put herself in a position to earn. Look, she wasn't earning yet, but she was learning. You got to understand when you get in a position. I had actually earned something at that point. I had earned. She had earned. But what I'm trying to say is, she put herself in the position to grow and learn at that point, because she was learning as we were there. She got to see some things that right. Just to pull up on a few people that's in the field. That's not easy to do. You got to know where they are, what time they're gonna be there. But she was in a position, right? So Mo Hustle was there. We all stood in the driveway for a second. We was like, man, we need to come up with a team. And I was like, man, I've been trying to come up with a team for the longest. But everybody got to have the same mindset, the same type of drive, right? He was like, you know what, let's do it. We stood right there. Yeah. We was like, came up with the name. We was like, right in the driveway. We was like, Everybody Eats, but Everybody Eats was taken by a restaurant. So we were like, we wanted to keep it the name. So we went a little urban with it, right? Everybody Eats. You won't forget that.
when you see everybody, you like, man, everybody. Okay,
yeah, everybody. That's kind of like Midwest, like Mid-South. You might go to New York or the East Coast. It's like everybody,
Right.
You know what I mean?
We couldn't do everybody. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah. So anywho, let's transition because I like how the word position keeps coming up. So
that's what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about how we got positioned to Charlie, right?
Fast forward, exactly.
Oh, all right, cool.
Fast forward.
Well, so like 2 years ago, like that's when I was really getting kind of good at wholesaling. But right before that, I was introduced to Everybody Eats through Contrell Sims and Danielle.
Shout out to Trail Danny.
And so then 2 years ago, the mindset was, all right, I need to pay some bills. I just quit my job. I'm just stepping out on faith. And I just, being with the right team, it was always motivation, always getting out of your comfort zone and just being consistent. So from then, learning real estate, that was like the biggest blessing of all because you read these books. And in college, I paid like $9,000 on my credit card for like a Rich Dad Poor Dad course.
You didn't know that. We didn't know that.
Yeah.
We didn't know that.
I paid like $9,000. My credit was A1, but my mindset wasn't ready. Like when I go back and look at that course, they gave me the contracts, they gave me the process, they gave me the attorneys, but my mindset wasn't right. So when God put you in certain situations where you have to survive to thrive, especially when you're around the right people, because I can call Monique right now and be like, Monique, I need help. She'd be like, Charlie. And one thing about Everybody Eats that we're very transparent. So when I first started out, when it wasn't a deal, John would be like, bro, try again, quick. You know what I'm saying? Or, but that's what we need in this world right now in this real estate investment game. So once I started listening and started getting my reps in, boom, the deal came. Okay, boom, consistency came. So from when we're talking about growth, so 2 years ago, I was fresh, making money. And now we all about wealth. Like, really like my mindset right now is how can I keep the deal? How can we come together and keep it? So that's just a little bit about me. So we can transition.
So what that did was, let's talk about when Charlie started off though. He didn't just pull up and say, hey man, I want to learn this and that. Right, Charlie came and added value. I know you guys have seen the videos. You've seen, so he's talking about 2 years ago. You've seen the videos from 2 years ago to now. Yeah. Totally different.
But even when Charlie first came to Everybody Eats, remember, it was just like, how can I add? He said, verbatim, he asked, how can I add value with my camera?
Yep.
Right? Yeah. So what did he do? What did you do? What did you do, Charlie? What did you do, Charlie?
I just started documenting the process.
What's on your shirt?
Oh, well, I got in position.
Boom! There we go.
I got in position, especially now because people are inboxing me, and I feel what John and Monique was going through as far as like, hey man, I want to learn. Hey man, I want to make some money. Hey man, so I'm kind of going through that now, and I'm just like, it ain't all closing deals, and it ain't all right. So definitely getting offering value, because if you don't offer value and you're not in a position to make the moves that you need to make, especially when it comes to wholesaling, you really have to be committed, and you just got to have the right team.
Okay. So what I would also like to ask you, Charlie, because again, guys, Charlie's the humble hustler. Okay.
Yes, he is.
So
y'all, just because he look like this right now, hey,
look. I'm not that humble.
He humble.
Look, on camera, I'm humble.
Exactly.
But when we with each other,
no, that's a different Charlie. Y'all don't know that Charlie.
But no. So what I want to also focus on, and again, this goes back to the word position. By you being in a position with your camera, right? You began to get exposure across the real estate industry.
Oh man,
right?
Absolutely.
And he's known everywhere. I'm telling you, y'all looking at pictures on Facebook and Instagram, right? Y'all don't know who behind the camera. It's Charlie. I'm like, man, I know the angles. I know every time it's done. I'm like, that's
Charlie's
Charlie.
angles?
No, Paul. Mo is on one right now. Pause.
But this is what we do, guys.
Yeah.
This is what makes us who we are.
Right. We have a good time, man.
So everything has to be enjoyable. Have fun with doing what you do.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people go to work every day. I hate my job.
Hate their job.
Struggle to get out the bed.
Hey man, when we wake up in the morning, we like, hey Mo, where you at? Charlie's like, this is what we do every day, so we look forward to the next day.
Yep.
Facts.
So, but Charlie, back to this word position, right? So now gaining notoriety across the real estate industry, right? People are starting to hit him up left and right, right? Now it's hard for us to even book Charlie. I'm like,
hey
Charlie,
man, listen, Charlie's okay. Listen, y'all seen the word position every month, right? Charlie knows that before the first, we got to be in position to shoot. But Charlie be in position over here, over there. You know, he's everywhere.
But you got in position with one particular company, right?
Dope.
What company is that?
I want to make sure.
He got so many, he don't even know.
But so thank you for that. But yeah, basically, you know, once I have to backtrack a little bit, but you know, once I did, you know, jump and have faith, I told the Lord, you know, I kind of sit by myself like, Lord, I want to shoot everybody in Atlanta, you know, that does
video
real
shoot,
estate.
video shoot, not shoot.
But you know, it's been crazy because I've been able to see like who's really good at what they do and who's not really good at what they do. So I came across Georgia Tax Lien Boot Camp, Chantel Owens.
Shout out
Chantel.
What's up, Chantel?
And she's the truth, and I've learned how to invest in tax liens, and that's like a strategy. Like it's not just you can just YouTube or you can just figure out, but you know, that's been a blessing with my camera to like, all right, learn from her. Okay, learn from Georgia Tax Lien Boot Camp. So for those, if you're interested in getting started with tax lien investing, it's a webinar on September 9th from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And if you don't know anything about tax liens in Georgia, Georgia is a redeemable tax deed state. So, you know, either you get 20% on your investment or you own the property free and clear. So for those that really don't know about how one free and clear property can change your life, just imagine what one free and clear property can do for you, whether it's how much is rent now in this, you know, rent can go from 1,000 to, you know, 1,400. It all depends
on the area.
But you know, you can just imagine what tax liens can do for you. So I've learned that strategy, and that's been a blessing. Along with wholesaling.
So for people that want to sign up for the boot camp, where do they go?
They go to intro webinar.gataxlienbootcamp.com. So let me type it in right now.
Gotta give him a game, Charlie.
Well, I thought I could type it, but yeah.
So say it again.
Intro webinar.gataxlienbootcamp.com.
Okay. And what's the Georgia Tax Lien Boot Camp Instagram or social media? So just in case if you guys don't have that link correct, definitely go to the social media and should be able to sign up from there.
Yep. So Glenn just dropped the link, but make sure you add it's right there. Intro webinar.gataxlienbootcamp, and on social media is gataxlienbootcamp.com.
Awesome.
And if you want to get with Charlie Parks, this is about legit. You need pictures, baby shower, weddings, all the above. I'm putting it out there. How can they follow you, CP?
Well, right now I'm actually not taking any more clients.
See what I'm saying? See, look, see.
Is that for 2020 or just period right now?
I think for period right now.
Growth. Wow.
Talk about growth. Hey,
but
so that means I get more shoot. I get more shoots.
Man, you family. So we, you know, whatever the family need, everybody eats. You dig?
Everybody eats.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
But nah, man, like Charlie, I'm so proud of you.
Oh man, we proud of you, man.
Definitely.
We seen the whole everything that's coming forth for Charlie.
Yeah.
And he just stuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Some people like give up and they get caught on just not. You'll go through rough patches, right?
Yeah.
But when you position yourself and you stay consistent, it'll come. It will come, and it's going to continue to come. And shout out to Charlie Parks.
Man, nah, look, shout out, look, no.
Hey, Glenn, can we get some background music? We need to clap.
Yeah, we need to clap. Hey, listen, but check it out. Here's another growth part. Shout out to Charlie. Next month.
Oh,
No, did we say next month?
Next month.
This man is getting married, man. Congratulations to him and Maya, man.
But hey, that was achievable because I always knew I wanted to marry my fiance, Maya. But as soon as I closed one of my deals, I went straight to the jeweler and purchased the ring, and I just knew it.
So matter of fact, let's rewind a little bit, right? So we were at Sip and Flip, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Charlie you were getting ready to leave because you were taking Maya out to dinner to go propose at Ray's on the River, right?
Yep. He told us before he went. Yep.
He asked us to step outside. We walked outside. He showed us the ring.
He was like,
told us what he was about to do. And, you know, for me, like, honestly, like, I love Charlie. I love Maya. Super dope couple dope individuals.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it hit me, you know? So to be here.
It hit her literally. Like, Mo came back in there. She was like, John, like, you know.
That's what I did?
Yeah, he was like, John, like, I'm so happy for you. You know what I'm saying?
I did.
I interrupted her. She got mad, but then when I said what I just said, you see what I'm saying? So that's part of the team. Go ahead.
So now we're about to rewind a little bit further, okay? So I'm about to go to the other humble hustler. I'm just sitting in between two humble hustlers, right?
Yeah.
So these are two very humble, genuine individuals, brothers to me. You know, I love these two like no other. But I remember when John, everybody knows John on social media. A lot of people follow him and say, you know, how inspirational you've been for them, how motivational you've been for them, and they follow you. Like, they look forward to what you have to say every day.
Yeah.
Somebody that I know personally, they said they wake up every day. Tony B, he said, I wake up every day and I look for what the grind guy has to say.
Shout out to Tony B. I'll be on my Grizzy. Yo, y'all don't even know. See, I know Tony.
Stop. That's not what this is about.
My bad. I got excited when you said Tony B.
That's what's up. But anywho, back to what I was saying. The point is that you never know who you're touching. You never know how you're impacting somebody's life. You never know what anyone is going through, right? So sometimes you can have some of the most impactful moments on people's lives that you don't know about. So I remember John, you know, he was coming up with these sayings and, you know, just always every morning just doing this. So we were like, you know what, John, like you need to actually like make this something, right? Mm-hmm. So now we have the word of the month. Every month people know when it's the first of the month, rent's not due. The word of the month is due.
Hey, okay.
Right?
That's coming on the shirt. That's coming on the shirt.
I like that. All right, I get a free shirt for that.
Right.
But anywho, so John, let's talk about the word of the month. So the word for this month specifically is position.
So position. So these words come to me, right? It could be reading a book. It could be at church. It could be just different things where these words come to, and I find out how to use them and how to put them out there for other people. Because we all need position. Mm-hmm. We all need the previous word for the month, which was balance. Was it balance? Was that the last word? Last month?
Sure.
That was last month? I don't even know the word last month. Was it balance? I believe it was balance. Okay. I believe it was balance last month. So we all need these words that are coming out. So I find a way to give back in that way because that's what somebody did for me. It was adapt.
Adapt.
How did I forget to adapt?
So many. Right?
It's so many words though. You know, we got adapt, shift, you know, balance. So, but again, these words I know it's people out there that are watching that need to hear these things. And I feel like that's just my own personal way to give back. And I just use my platform to do that. You know, people need to hear it. And, you know.
And I actually remember at first it was like a everybody eats thing, right? And Charlie, who's big on branding, right? Charlie will force you to brand yourself.
Yes, he will.
Right? So this had to be a grind guy thing, right? Because this is what he does. You know, of course, we've got your back. We support you.
Absolutely.
However, this is what you do. You know, you're motivational in the ways that you are, right? So, you know, guys, that's just one of the things that I wanted to touch on. So
appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Growth.
So, John, when me and John is shooting, you know, we have a lot of dialogue. We need to record some of our phone conversations, but I'm always asking John questions. So right now we're in the third quarter, right?
We're in the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
So what should
end of the third quarter?
The end of the third
coming
quarter. To the end of the third.
Right. This is the end of the third quarter.
The end.
So what should people be doing right now to get in position?
Man, every day should be some type of. It's so many things I could say to that, but you should be aligning yourself and positioning yourself financially for this fourth quarter. if you're in real estate or if you, whatever business that it is that you're in, because I keep saying this about the fourth quarter because that's how your fourth quarter is the beginning of your first quarter, right? So how you close out is how you start. So if you close out every year big, your start is going to be different. So hey, just listen to that. If you close out the year big, right, regardless of all the distractions that we got going on, your start of 2021 is going to be different.
Start. Keyword. I like that. Start. How you start anything determines how you'll finish. And let me elaborate on that a little bit, right? You may have a rough start.
Yeah.
It may not be easy, but as you get challenged with obstacles, how you overcome and how you continue to fight through, right? Like, you look at Mike Tyson right now. I promise you, I never thought that I would see him in the shape that he's in right now. Whoever thought that at this age and at this point in his life that we will be talking about one of the greatest boxers of all time.
I don't even think that fight is that fight still going on? I think somebody reneged on it.
I reneged.
He should have reneged if he did, but I don't know if the fight's still going on. But guess what Mike Tyson did? He positioned himself to get back in the best shape of his life at 53 years old. Dude looked like he did 20 years ago.
And the way that he started, right? The way that he started. And with anyone, I'll say this, athletes, and it's easy for me to refer to athletic experiences because it's a foundation that's just embedded in you. And I know for me, and I just thought about this the other day, a lot of people say, oh, Mo, you're so raw, or you just say anything, or and it's, and it's always from males, that men always have that response to me. And I look at it as like, you know what? Oh, like these guys are so sensitive, or like I don't get it. I don't get it. But when I think about it, and with the recent basketball coaches that passed away, right? Lou Olson, John Thompson, and even just like everybody else that's passed away being such impactful people. But when these coaches passed away, these are coaches that when I was coming up, right, they were in their prime, so when Allen Iverson was at Georgetown, right, Lou Olson was coaching Arizona. So it's just like these key coaches. And for me to have the coaches that I had in my life, growing up playing basketball, running track, and especially like my basketball coaches, it was, you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen. And it's no love lost, but I'm going to give it to you like this and like that. But if this is not what you're cut out for, don't be in this gym. So now you have the option to either stay in here, fight, battle through, or you can quit and go out that door
and funny
go with everyone else.
It's funny that Mo just said that, because if y'all watched my live prior to getting here to do this, right, I just went live and I talked about how my 10th grade coach, my 10th grade basketball coach changed my life. He cut me. And when he cut me, it showed me that I need
cut Jameer Nelson? When I got cut,
listen to y'all, when I got cut, it changed my life. I'm talking about from a discipline standpoint, because I knew that I can compete with the others, but the discipline that I needed.
So why did he cut you?
The discipline that I needed.
Exactly.
I needed that discipline.
Yep.
And now that I'm older, I understand, right? But it changed my life. That's why I'm successful where I'm at now. See what I'm saying? So in a sense, at the time, I was like, hey man, this coach, man, you know what? But now I understand, because it took those years. It took this time. I'm 20 years in real estate now, and I understand why I was cut. I needed to be cut. I'm glad I was cut, because that's how I'm here. That's why I'm here right now in the business and being successful as I am, and how this team and everybody's around and everybody's eating. That's what it needed to happen. That's how I got here. That's the story. That book is coming soon. The Life of the Grind Guy. Y'all stay tuned. Plug, shameless plug.
Gotcha. And hey, for everybody that's watching, please comment. We do see the comments. We would love to engage with you all. So if you guys have any questions or, any comments at all, definitely ask. We appreciate it. So let's see. What haven't we touched on?
Well, Monique been giving all the praise to us.
Yeah, let's get some praise to Mo Hustle.
Mo Hustle.
Listen, the girl been in the game. How long? 5 years? 5 years, y'all, right? She went from, she said, you know what, John, I don't just want to be wholesaling.
Right.
I don't just want to do this. I want to do something else. This This is embedded in me. This is what I want to do. So for y'all that have been following, Mo Hustle got with one of our she got with one of our people, right? At the time, we were building, and I jumped on a gut renovation, right? She had been working with this individual.
Rewind. All right, rewind. Okay. So when I first jumped in the game,
yeah, she started.
My interest was renovating, right? So like many people, you pique an interest in this business from watching HGTV and some of these other shows, because I wanted to, actually,
how you really wanted,
right? So I left that alone and literally just focused on wholesaling. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Like, I've got this. I'm closing on a consistent basis now. And but I'm telling John, I'm like, I really want to get back into renovating. So he was like, I have the perfect person to introduce you to. And that was Westside Community Builders, Tori Fan. So John was like, the quality of what he does. And I'm focusing, I'm saying some key words, and I'm going to say some key words for certain reasons. So the quality of the work that Tori did in his renovations was impeccable. Okay. So you go to a lot of properties or projects in motion and you see shabby work, right? So I got with Tori and started seeing his work, and I'm just like, hey, have you ever thought about actually project managing? It's people out here that need this service. So from there, we started offering project management services under Westside Community Builders. And, learning the process was, I loved it. I sacrificed a lot as far as time. And the thing I'm going to tell you guys, you have to make sacrifices to get what you want, right? A lot of people want to try to cut corners or finesse their way through.
Right.
Getting to what we call success. However, but it was one thing that I was just like, okay, you know what? Like, I really want to learn this process and learn it the right way.
What did you do as you were learning? You did what? Added value.
I added value. I definitely added value. So, and that's the thing, guys, just like how when Charlie came, he added value with his camera. And that's the thing. Anybody that, and it's a blessing, and this is one of the things that you have to just look within yourself and understand, know your worth, know your positive qualities, know your strong points, your areas of strength. Identify your areas of opportunity as well. And, you work on those along the way, but at the same time, understand that, hey, if I can add value in this sense, we can do this together. Right.
Exactly. So what we did was, okay. So what we did was, I knew I was in a position to jump into a full gut renovation, but I didn't want to just do it with anyone. So I hired Tori. At the time, Mo Hustle had already did a couple of renovations, but she was on my.
I had only done one.
One. So she already did one renovation, and at the time I was like, man, this is going to be dope because I got somebody that's on my team, on our team that can really. It's not just
learn this side of the business.
Learn this side of the business, but not just not an individual thing. It was a team thing, right? So 2 years ago, I bought my first big gut renovation. We added 700 square feet on the back of the house, and throughout that process, we learned so much. Not just me, because I never did a big gut flip. It was always I learned a lot too. Yeah, everybody, because the team was coming to the renovation. They saw when the back of the house was but when we demoed and the back of the house was just open, they just saw a lot because we did a lot of transformation in that house. So I say that to say this, she just took over from that point. Mo was just, it was never a time that I could pull up to the project and Mo wasn't there, right? You go to your projects and, your project manager's not there working and the workers ain't there, this is not going on, that. It was never a time that I could pull up to the project and Mo wasn't there.
Well, thank you, John. I was just, doing my job.
But I say that to say, you got to understand, when you're doing this is one of my biggest fears as coming in as an investor, because I look at it like this: if you got my money and you're not doing good work, then I got to come see you. You don't want me to come see, you got the grind guy, and we got
J-Rock.
Right. So we're gonna stick to the grind guy. You know, you playing with somebody's money. That was always a fear of mine, but I overcame that fear, jumped in my first big gut renovation, and now here we are getting ready to jump into something else. So y'all stay tuned. But we're not gonna go into that right now. Back to More Hustle.
Where were we?
We were giving praise to More Hustle.
Grind. No, I'm just playing. So I was about to say grind guy takeover now. But listen, yeah. So the thing is like, and actually, I got to give a shout out to Ramon. Ramon has made 2 posts this week. Ramon Tooks, around recognizing your gift, right? There was one post that I reposted, and it was something regarding your gifts versus your passions. And, you know, I think one thing that we all have to be able to do is to be able to actually pay attention to our gifts and talents, right? Charlie, since we've known him, he's always talked about being able to put the camera down. However, what is he doing now? You can't even book with Charlie anymore because he's booked, but he has not been able to put the camera down yet. So he has a gift. Okay. Right. So part of this growth process is understanding how to really use our gifts to work for us. Right. I've been challenged, and I'm about to open up to you guys. I've been challenged with some things personally, just being such a nice, good-hearted person. You know, that's just how I am. So when I see opportunity in people, potential in people, opportunity and potential in things, I make myself available as in any way possible to contribute, right? However, what I bring to the table may not be what somebody else is willing to bring to the table. Mind you, we don't bring the same things to the table,
right?
But the ethic, the work ethic, the mindset, the drive, the determination, being ethically and morally sound, you know, it's a lot of components in how we make things work.
And it's organic. It's not forced.
Exactly. Amen. Exactly.
That's the big part. It's organic. It's not forced.
Mm-hmm. And that's, I'm glad you said that, because what I've had to learn is that you cannot change people. You can say, oh, this person has the potential to do this, but you have to remove yourself sometimes from situations and allow people to be who they're going to be, do things how they're going to do, and you go do what you're going to do. So right now, this past week, I've really been paying closer attention to my gifts, right?
That's what's up.
And separating what I'm passionate about and really focusing on what I'm gifted. So the thing is, guys,
that's deep. That's deep, man.
So, you know, the thing is just that, you know, this growth thing, it never stops. You know, John and I, we're approaching 40.
Why you do that?
We are.
Why you do that? Hey, man, look.
We are. You are 39. Yeah. I'm about to be 39 this month. Yeah.
So look.
No, seriously.
No. I just said because Charlie said yeah.
And Charlie is approaching 30, but not like you still got some years.
No, he got a couple years. He's 28, right?
Yeah, I'm 28.
Yeah, see. So Charlie, Trail, everybody, the younger generation, they get on to us because we old. Right.
No, yeah.
But I'm saying that to say, I'm saying that to say is that we're forever growing. We're forever evolving. I don't care. Like, you can say what you want to say about him, but Diddy is one of my biggest motivators, because no matter, he's been in the game all these years, and nobody has done what Bad Boy has done in the music industry since Motown and all that good stuff. So ever since Bad Boy did what they did, there's not one label that's been able to do what Bad Boy did as a conglomerate, right? So, but as the music industry has evolved, what does he do? He has to allow himself to evolve as it changes. And that's why he doesn't get old. He dies and all that good stuff, so we don't see the graves. However, but he speaks on it. Puff.
Shout out to Diddy.
But I'm saying this to say that. I'm saying that to say this. If your mindset is that I have to continue to allow myself to grow, you can already feel like, oh, I'm here. I've reached this. I've done this. I've done that. And, oh, you know, I'm going to pump my chest out and, you know, ride around in all these, you know, nice cars, show off my house and all this good stuff. But if you're not in position. You're not in position to just still allow yourself to grow and still be coachable and trainable.
Oh man, listen. In this business, we all are always students of the game, because we can continually do what? Learn. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Ramon too. I did miss out on that. Shout out to Ramon Tooks. I am a Flipology graduate. I did graduate from that class prior to jumping into that big gut renovation. So shout out to Ramon on that.
Can I say something?
Yes, sir.
So like one thing about starting anything new, one thing I think one of my strong points is that I'm okay with failing. I'm okay with not being good at something in the beginning. Just this past weekend, we shot the word of the month. I'm not no basketball player, but John seen me take 20 shots and probably miss 19 out of 20. I'm gonna be transparent, but I've become more coachable with learning through Monique, John, and Contrell. I call them, say, you know, how does this sound? What can I say? You have to be coachable. You have to be coachable in this industry. I think you have to be coachable in every industry. So you have to get over yourself. Like, it's not about you. Get over like, oh, I don't want to call them. I don't want to call the seller. Look, solve the seller problem. You know, once you come across certain situations, get a mentor. John, you know, I really want to do this. Let your mentor know your goals. Okay, be transparent with your mentor. John, be like, how many calls you made today? You like have that accountability partner. But I would say for anybody on the line listening now, be okay with not being good at something, but just make sure you improve and you know, make sure you're documenting your process. So whenever you're looking for improvement, you can say, look, I've went from this to this, and you'll be able to see and look at how much you improved.
That's dope. I like that Charlie said that, because we got some footage of Charlie's first deal, right? Yeah. Y'all don't know. Charlie went in the abandoned house, dropped, tucked, and rolled through the window.
Yes.
Man.
His first deal. Through the window?
Yeah, that was that one.
Okay.
He jumped through the window. He literally tucked and rolled through the window. So when y'all say like y'all going in these abandoned house, he tucked and rolled. We didn't know what was inside the house, but he tucked and rolled. Guess what? He jumped and he went on and took advantage of that opportunity, positioned himself on a deal, and he closed out. That was his first deal, right?
That was my first deal. And the point I remember when we was all in the driveway, and he was like, call the seller.
Oh my gosh, y'all should have seen Charlie's face. This is like his. I'm like, call the seller. Charlie was like, right now, in front of y'all.
Right, yeah.
Remember that? Because Mo Hustle, that's her expertise. Man, on the phone. Mo Hustle is gangster on the phone. Like she already has that gift, right?
For real.
So she was coaching Charlie, and Charlie was like, in front of Mo,
in front of everybody,
like everybody. Monique was like, man, make the phone call. So Charlie made the phone call. He closed that deal, but we're saying that collectively, like we all have our own individual strengths, and be good at one thing before you can just master everything.
Right.
This business has so many different facets, but if you get good at one thing, I can assure you this: you can always have somebody else that you can lean on and say, "Hey, listen, I got the deal on the contract. I just need a buyer, or I know the seller."
Hold on. So let's touch on that. For everybody that's looking to get into the business, right? One thing I'll tell you about us, like, we're not going to charge you a dime, right? If you have what it takes and you're serious about learning this business, we'll tell you what to do step by step. But understand, you have to take it step by step, right? You can't get here before you get here. All right, Tim Harvey. Tim. All right, guys. Thank you. So Tim Harvey just chimed in. He said 4 steps. Tim, elaborate on that for me. While you elaborate, Tim Harvey, Will Galloway, I love those guys to death.
Dope guys.
Wholesalers are us. Wholesalers. The letter R-U-S. Follow them. But Tim, give me 4 steps. I think
he was asking you for what 4 steps.
You're asking me? No, he said 4 steps. ...
Okay.
Well, anywho, yes, she does. Okay, so what I'm saying, guys, is the first thing that you have to do is learn how to generate a lead, right? A lot of times when we talk to people that are interested in learning this business, they're jumping to, how do I get a buyer's list, right? They want to know about contracts.
And
can you send me a contract?
Wrong.
You know, don't worry about that just yet, because you don't even have you don't have a reason to look at a contract. What are you going to do with it?
Right.
Just understand what a contract entails, what it details.
Just to say, hey, I got a contract.
And that's another thing.
We're going to talk about that.
We have professional meeting goers and things like that. So everybody has all these things that they can speak on. You know, I know it takes this. I know what driver is. I know what this is. You got to take action, right? So take the action to first learn how to generate a lead. Okay.
And how do you do that?
There are multiple ways how to generate a lead. I know we're kind of limited on time,
Okay.
so we're just going to kind of just run through the steps.
Okay.
So lead generation. I'm going to say that's step 1, Tim. Thumbs up if you agree. Okay. So some of the ways that you can generate a lead: driving for dollars. Charlie, what's driving for dollars?
Driving for dollars is simply getting in your car and driving, looking for houses that may be distressed.
Okay. All right. So once you drive for dollars, John, what's the next step?
Drive for dollars. That's step one. Step 2 is pulling up the house on tax assessor's website. Once
Okay.
you find out like the address of the property.
All right. So now we have to find out who is the homeowner and how do we get in contact with them. So
we giving y'all free. Hold on. We giving y'all some free game. If you can't close a deal after this, I don't know what to tell you. I just want to say that.
all right. So what you're going to do, just what John said, once you have the address, you need to find out who the owner is and what is their current mailing address. So whatever county or city that you're in, it varies from state to state, but I know here in Georgia, we look everything up by county. You're going to go to the county assessor's website and do a property search, and that's going to give you the homeowner's name and their current mailing address. Okay. Any tax information is probably the most up-to-date information that you'll get on a homeowner. Once you have that information, you're now going to skip trace. Okay. So there are different skip tracing services out there. We have batchskiptracing.com. Been verified.
What is it?
Locate
Plus.
Hey, if you don't have a budget, go to whitepages.com.
It still works.
Owners on there.
It still works.
It still works. And I'll tell you something too, guys. I've done this. If they have a local address and you're not able to invest in any of the tools to skip trace,
pull up.
I wrote a note and left it in somebody's mailbox.
Door knocking.
Yeah,
That's how I got started.
door knocking.
You got to be a different individual for door knocking, though. You got to be a different individual.
You got to think outside the box, guys. And that's the thing. Sometimes, like, if all of the strategies that you hear at these meetups and in these webinars and seminars, you still may hit a dead end on a lead. So sometimes you have to get creative and think outside the box. But once you've gotten access to the homeowner phone number, whatever the case may be, now you've got to sit down and you got to do some cold calling. Okay. You've got to connect with the seller. You got to build rapport. You have to find out what is their situation.
What's their problem?
Okay.
Once you find out what their problem is, that's the motivation to get the contract.
If you have a house that you drive by, the grass is overgrown, you can't even see windows and things like that, it's distressed, like Charlie says. So guess what? There's a reason why the property is not being maintained. If they're behind on taxes,
okay, hustle. Go ahead, Mom.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Hey, she just I'm just excited,
Shout out to John. You using is this shea butter?
Oh no, this is not shea butter.
What is that?
Not shea butter. I got eczema, y'all. So this is a little ointment that I use for my skin. Right. You try to get you see.
No. I see you like no, seriously. I'm showing you some love. That's shout out.
That.
I use coconut oil.
That she just wanted to get out what she said. It had nothing to do with me, y'all.
All right, y'all. Hey.
Hey, Charlie. It had nothing to do with me, Charlie.
No, it did. I wasn't thinking about it. I saw you.
Because you're shining.
You see it.
I see it.
Yeah, you see it. You're shining. I'm just giving you praise.
That's the light.
Just say thank you.
Thank you.
That's it. Thank you. I mean, you're welcome. All right, but anywho, guys. But long story short, you have to attack the lead. You got to call. You have to make a connection. And the point that I'm making with all of this is that as you're learning the business, when I first got in and understand that's all I needed to do, John's been in the business for 20 years. He has cash buyers we can close.
Ready.
I don't care about a buyer's list. Buyer's list, I don't care. You telling me that if I bring you a lead and we close on it, we're going to split 50-50? Guess what I was doing? Because if I'm sitting here wasting time trying to find leads and build buyer's lists, I'm wasting time closing on a deal, right? So what I did was I said, okay, let me just do this. As I JVing on deals with John and other people in the business, Will and Tim, I go to now the closing table, right? I didn't even know what these contracts look like. I didn't care, right?
Right.
Because I know I needed to do what? Master this first step, right? Generating a lead and actually getting a deal under contract, right? Once we started going to the closing table, you see people in the lobby waiting to do what? Close. So guess what you start doing? Hey, networking. Now you're exchanging business cards. You're finding out who knows who. I've met buyers in the field. The deal that I closed on with Will and Tim. The seller had multiple contracts out there with people, right? So this lady that thought that she was buying this house in Pittsburgh, she's at the property one day when we're at the property, and I'm like, hey, because she's in the truck just looking at it. So me, being me, I'm like, hey, how are you? Are you interested in this property? And she's like, oh, I'm under contract. No, I'm under contract. When did you sign your contract? Oh no, my contract has been effective since this date. Because she does good business, she respected my deal, right? But what do? We exchange information, and guess what? I've closed deals with. This is one of my number one buyers. Boom. Consistent. She tells me what she wants. I find it. We close. No problems, right? But the relationship was built. But she did what? She respected
the hustle.
The hustle. Not even the hustle. She respected my position on that deal.
Say that again.
She respected my position on that deal. Right? So, but now, guys, I'm saying that to say is that just focus on learning everything step by step and getting through it. So I know we're kind of, this is so much fun, Glenn. I love this. Last time we ran into the same problem. It was like we're starting to run out of time, but we still have so much to do. So let's go ahead and kind of wrap this up. It is 2020, guys. We've been dealing with something that we've never dealt with in our lifetime. COVID. So Charlie, tell me currently what's going on with you. What are you working on, and how has COVID affected your business?
So in regards to real estate and well, I want to first talk about Legal Shield. So with Legal Shield, it's a great service that I use for my real estate business, that I just started using for my real estate business, because when it comes to acquiring these properties, especially through tax lien investing, you have to really know what you're doing with asset protection. And I can call Monique and ask her, what's an LLC? I can call John and ask him about a trust, but it really means something. It really takes a lawyer to really get you the correct information you need to protect your assets. So we all know how to Google. We all know how to create a business. So when I showed my lawyer from Legal Shield the assets I did have, it was just an entangled mess. Like, I wasn't protected. My operations agreement was all screwed up. So
my boy said it was an entangled mess.
It was. But basically, as real estate investors, we need to focus on being real estate investors. We can't really put too much time and focus on legal protection. We have to leave it up to those lawyers. So Legal Shield is one of the services I use. I would recommend it for anybody. If you are interested, you can go to my website, charlieparks92 at legalshield.com. There's tons of resources there. But besides that, COVID has changed a lot in the real estate industry. But in my standpoint, from tax lien investing, it has helped the industry because I haven't been through a market crash yet. So all I have is the Johns, the Chantel Owens, Georgia Tax Lien Bootcamp to ask them, all right, what moves do I need to be making? So I asked John, what can I do to get in position? He said, get liquid, because right now, I look at real estate investor as sending them for problem solver. So the more, after this all clear up, we just got to clean up and solve problems. So it's really going to help those that are really interested in solving people problems to go to the tax sale auctions, to get on phone calls, to start door knocking, because the unemployment rate is higher than it's ever been. So we have to just get in position to solve problems. So that's my standpoint from tax lien investing.
Okay.
And where it stands with COVID.
All right. So one more time, Charlie. You said as far as getting information for Legal Shield, how can they contact you again?
You can contact me through the website, which is Charlie Parks.
Is this the website or
website.
Contacting you? Okay.
It's a website. That's where you'll find a lot of information about legal plans. You can start your LLC there.
And what's the website?
It's Charlie Parks 92 at legal. I'm sorry, Charlie Parks .legalshield.com. Again, it's Charlie Parks.
Charlie Parks 92.
.legalshield.com. I'm sorry.
www.charlieparks92.legalshield.com. All right, cool. John. All right, so I'm sorry, guys, we're running short on time. But John, again, what are you currently working on, and how has COVID affected your business?
So at the beginning, COVID affected the business, and I went into, and I'm being honest with everybody, I went into a little slump. But I had to understand that even being in the business, as long as I've been in the business, it's a mindset thing, and you can't let those first couple months was kind of like, man, what a COVID happened. It happened around my birthday when everything shut down. I was supposed to be traveling, going places, doing things, and it mentally put me into a almost, I ain't gonna say a depression, but close to it. And I had to figure it out and get away from that. In the midst of that, I injured, or I got hurt my lower back from working out. I ruptured my sciatic nerve, and I was on bed rest. So I was on bed rest. I had all these things going on, but I had to keep going. So at the time while I was on bed rest, I was thinking and writing, and I started doing a lot of transactional funding. I started doing a lot of different things that I hadn't tapped into in a while. I was cold calling. I was doing a lot of things that I can do from home and still making things happen. So it did affect my business in the beginning, but after a couple months, everything picked up, and I started focusing on other things. So getting ready to close on a lot and start on some new construction. So y'all stay tuned for that.
Nice.
We're not gonna give out too much information on it because we're not doing that just yet.
Step by step.
Step by
step.
Stay tuned. Y'all stay tuned.
All right. So
Mo Hustle.
Yes.
Mo Hustle.
Yes.
Let's talk about how COVID has affected you and what you're currently doing right now.
Honestly, guys, a lot of times we have to be forced to sit down to really be able to put things in a perspective,
yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So COVID has actually been a great moment for me. It's been life-changing in so many ways that if we were still just on our daily rat race routine that we do, just hustling every day, I may not have picked up on some things or had time to really just sit down and hone in and focus on some areas. So right now, what's going on with me? I'm in the process of getting permitted for a new construction build. So definitely excited about that. It's going to be a modern, roughly about 2,100 square feet, give or take. But
awesome.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in focusing on the new construction side of the business and leading into developments. So when we talk about ways to position yourself
development
to grow, right, and increase in this business. Increase, that was the word of the month.
That was the word for the month. That was last July.
Yeah, I have a t-shirt.
Yeah, you got a t-shirt for that.
All right, cool. But seriously, and also becoming more knowledgeable with acquiring multifamilies. So apartment complexes and things like that to generate that monthly income that's just going to be residual, So, I when you hear about people, and I've had so many conversations, like there's a gentleman that I met. He's a general contractor in his 50s, right? He has, I forgot the number of rental properties, but they generate for him alone over $250,000 a year. Okay. And for him to tell me that, I still have my license, and he spoke so nonchalantly about it.
Right.
He's like, I still have my general contractor's license, I guess I'll keep it active for a couple years. I generate over $250,000 a year on my rental properties alone. You know, I might go to Spain for 3 months.
Right.
You know, it's just so freely and carelessly. And when you think about where do you want to be 10, 15 years from now, right? So when we think about freedom, opportunities, you know, seeing the world, just all of the things. And that's one of the things that COVID, I hope, has really made a lot of people think about, is to sit back and put things in perspective, because life isn't guaranteed. We've watched so many great people just die and gone too soon. And, you know, one thing that we have to keep in perspective, and, you know, I'm just going to say God just to say God, because I believe in God. But whoever you believe in or whatever you believe in, understanding that things happen for a reason. And when you see tragedies take place and great people leave so soon, think about Kobe and his daughter, right? Gianna, 13, right? She was 13. We all ask the question, why, right? It's beyond our understanding. However, we're blessed to still be here. So what do we have to do?
Take advantage of every opportunity. When you wake up, so this is, I'm not trying to
you're fine.
This is what's needed, right? You're waking up and you're breathing, but you may be in a slump mentally. Like, why? You know, why this, why that? But you did something that somebody else didn't do today. You woke up, you got an opportunity to do something and be something great and to do it, right? So all you have to do is what? Position yourself, get out there and make it happen.
I am so bothered right now because one sleeve is looking longer than the other on the screen. So I'm trying to adjust word of the month last month. But seriously, guys, I know we're at that hour mark. We are going to go over a little bit. So definitely we appreciate you guys staying with us. Stay tuned in, because what we're about to do is go ahead and wrap up. And I'm about to actually just take Tim Harvey. Tim Harvey has put something in the comments section, and it says, y'all are talking about the 4 steps to wealth creation, which we talked about at the meetup with Will Galloway and Chuck Harden. Okay, so that was this past Saturday. So question 1, who do you listen to? John, who do you listen to?
Real estate related or just in general?
Period.
Man, I'm an ET fan. Shout out to Eric Thomas. ET is like, when I hear, and this is like in the mornings, like I got a ritual and a routine that I do. And this is also something good. That's going to have to be a word of the month, routine. Because when you get in routine of things, it's kind of like something that you're doing. Because if you go to a job every day, you got a routine, right? You go clock in, you get your coffee, whatever you do, but you got a routine. So as an entrepreneur, you need to have a routine. But ET is who I listen to. That's the first thing. I say my little, who I believe in, my prayers or whatever. And then I listen to some ET and I get my day started. But Eric Thomas.
Charlie, who do you listen to?
I listen to so many people on YouTube. But the first one that comes to my mind is Jim Rohn for personal development. And I think I listen to him because he keeps it simple. So that's who I would go to.
I listen to a lot of people as well. One person that just always resonates with me is Gary V.
Gary V. Because he's cursing.
No, Mom. Hey, Mom. John. No, I'm just kidding.
Your mom know you.
Anyways, I like Gary V because he keeps it real.
He does.
But it's so raw and uncut. And it's just like, did he really just say that, right?
Yep.
And people ask me, did she really just say that?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. However, it's real, right? But I also want to just, recognize a couple people that I know personally, that I've watched. And it's certain people that when I go online, like social media, whose posts I look forward to.
Right.
I'm going to say this person's name, even though they probably be like, don't. I'm going to just say it's one of my homeboys. His name is Cliff. Cliff is in real estate, entrepreneur, but I pay attention because I've watched his growth over all these years, and to see what he's doing and has done, it's amazing. And when you see people at this point in their life, really just giving to people every day. And sometimes you're not even using social media to say, you know what, I'm about to use this to my advantage, but you're really doing it just for genuine purposes. Definitely that. And if you guys are on IG, follow my boy Mark Millions, MarkMillions. Viaggio Digital. I just messed it up, but it's like Viaggio Digital. And then they also have Triton, company name Triton, Triton. So if you guys see like Triton Yards right on Sylvan and Dill, it's like a little food truck park. But that's Mark. I remember when Mark first moved here from Memphis. I'm not going to tell his story. That's his job to do when he wants to. But just to, when you see and you have personal connections with people and you know their beginnings and where they are now, people like that motivate me because it's real to me. So, you know, definitely, guys, it's good to have these people that are not necessarily in our immediate atmosphere, so to say, or within our city or state. But find you somebody local that can definitely motivate and inspire you. Can we scroll down, Charlie? I need to get back to the rest of Tim's questions. Number 2, are you teachable and are you willing to change? Damn right.
Yeah.
I had to do it. Sorry. I've been good.
Absolutely.
Yes, I am.
Yes, always.
I wouldn't be here if I weren't.
And you gotta be. You have to be. That's like one of the key points. How can you expect a mentor to stop what they're doing every day to help you and you're not coachable or teachable? You have to position yourself to be that. Even if you're not, you have to position yourself. Bye, Maya. Shout out to the future Mrs. Parks. Here she goes.
But no, seriously, what's the third one?
Number 3, the success balance scale. 99 mindset, the rest is physical work.
All right, so the success balance scale, 90 to 99% is mindset, the rest is physical work. So that means that literally your mindset is going to be the majority of what's going to determine your success, right? You want to touch on that, John?
Man, I mean, we could talk about mindset all day long. Like, again, this is what's going to separate you from a lot of other people. The mindset of every individual on this team separates them from the other individuals that may be in the same business, that's in the same business, because everybody has a strong mindset. So even when they're down, they may be down at one point, and they can always make a phone call. We piggyback off each other, and we make phone calls to each other. There'll be a time when you want to give up, but the mindset is key to being successful in anything that you do.
Absolutely. Now, the last one, it's not even really a question. It's more so of a statement. It says, number 4, your competence level. Okay. At first, you don't know until you become an expert in the one thing. Salute to y'all. Salute to you, Tim.
Salute to Tim.
Salute to you.
Tim and Will, wholesalers are us.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you guys for your input. We appreciate you guys. Great show today, y'all. Thanks for the nuggets. Mindset makeover moment. Tim Harvey, love him. Who?
We was going over.
We were talking about. You might say.
My bad.
Gary
Okay.
V, so
all right.
It's a little.
All right. Cool. So backtracking. All right. Cool. But thank you guys for tuning in. You guys want to?
Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. Hey, listen, get you a position shirt, man.
How can they get one, John?
One call, that's all. 404-482-2016.
All right.
It's the Grind Guy.
The Grind Guy. How can they find you on social media?
At The Real Grind Guy on IG.
All right.
And John Stafford on Facebook.
You can follow me on IG at mohustle_810. Again, at mohustle, MOHUSTLE_810. And guys, my name is Mo. It's M-O. Don't text me and say, hey, Mo, M-O-E. That bothers me. Like,
right.
Seriously,
like
if you looking for me on social media, yeah, that's masculine. I'm feminine. So MOHUSTLE_810. Charlie, how can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at CP_BY
Legit. And what's the other? How can they find you elsewhere?
You can find me on Visions by Legit. That's my videography photography page. That's Visions with the S, BY Legit.
And you can follow our team page on IG at EERRBODY Eats. That's
EERRBODY underscore. No.
All
right, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. EERRBODYEATS_RE on Instagram. Yep. Hey guys, it's just a little seasoning salt. If you don't have no flavor, guess what? Your food's not gonna sell. So guess what? If you no, but seriously, Glenn, again, real life real estate investing, right?
Hey, we have to create a
shout out to Mr. Glenn Glass with Mr. Dollar Don from the D.
What up, though?
Hey, listen. I want to say, first of all, thank you so much. Thank you all so much for taking the time out of your day and gracing us with your presence on the show today. Absolutely phenomenal. You guys always knock it out of the park when y'all come on the show. We're gonna have to probably look at making this more of a consistent thing. I know John gonna get on me for saying that. I know Everybody Eats does not work for real life real estate investing.
No, we're here. No, we're always available, Glenn.
We love to spread the love. We take time out of our schedule.
Let me tell y'all something. My real estate family has become like my circle.
Dope.
So whatever you need, Glenn, whenever you need, we're here.
Thank you. Listen, you know what? And I want to say that means a lot coming from all of you all, because I know y'all got so many different things going on. And to take time out of you guys' day to share, not just coming on the show. I mean, thank you for doing that, but for sharing the information that you share on a regular basis. I mean, for sharing what you share, your knowledge, expertise, and y'all's combined knowledge and expertise. I mean, is like I said, you guys are arguably one of the best teams that I've seen that have come together and been consistent and staying in position and adapting. And,
keep going. Let me even watch it. Keep going, Glenn.
It's staying legit.
There we go. Gotta stay legit. Gotta stay legit.
The team is legit. Just to let y'all know, everybody.
You're not legit. We can't rock with you.
For sure. Listen, guys. Thanks again. I know. This is actually, like I said, we're going to share this all over the place because we want to make sure people get the value out of what you all shared today. This definitely will not fall on deaf ears. Sometimes people take for granted some of the information that's being offered as it relates to what we do because they figure they can just click and go on YouTube and get it at any time. However, what you all put together, as a collaborative is kind of basically step by step. I mean, from the stuff that Tim Harvey was pointing out, I mean, they had a phenomenal show. I mean, I was traveling. I had to get on, what they did on the meetup for Saturday with Chuck Harden. I mean, that was absolutely amazing. I can show you a long list of notes that I took. Chuck Harden is also one of my business mentors as well. So I took a long list of notes and I had to call him after to see if he was talking about me on their show. But listen again, guys, thank you so much for what you do. The growth is obvious. Continue to do what you do. I mean, and continue to go to the next level in what y'all doing. I'm a fan for life. I want a copy of the Grind Guys book when it comes out. I know the Mo Hustle book is going to be off the chain.
I told you about it.
I'm speaking it.
I told you. Oh, wow.
And one thing I want to make sure I mention. Well, two things. Charlie, I know you said you're not taking no more clients, but I'm grandfathered in, so I want my.
He said I'm grandfathered in.
Hey, Glenn, I said the same thing. A couple times I called you like, man, hey, John.
We've been planning my shoot for 2 years now. The other thing I want to make sure, if you want to share about the ebook that's coming out for the Grind Guy and the talk and the show that you guys are doing. I hope I'm not speaking out of turn, but if you guys want to share information with the audience as well, tell them a little bit about what's going on with the podcast that's coming up and the ebook that's coming out as well.
All right, so I'll touch on the podcast. So John and I we will be having a date set in stone. But we're working on a podcast that's going to be called The Hustle and the Grind, featuring Mo Hustle and the Grind Guy. Okay.
Yeah. Don't you get so excited when you just hear that? The Hustle and the Grind. They make you like, notice.
Yeah. Look, I just had to sit up in my chair.
He had to sit
Yeah, but you guys stay tuned, and of course, exactly what it is, the hustle, the grind. We're going to be talking about, just the mindset, just motivation, inspiration, what I believe that we actually stand for. We'll just be touching on that. So the goal is to just touch everybody across any and every industry, and motivate people. So
yeah, it's not just real estate related. This is just entrepreneur, just anybody that's, even if you had a 9-to-5 and you want to do something on the side, just anything that it's all motivation and inspiration.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's our Tim Harvey says world premiere. Yeah, world premiere on the Real Life.
Oh, we got to get that on there. World premiere.
All right, cool. And then John, let's talk
tell us about the book.
Huh?
Tell us about the book that's coming out.
The ebook is just basically going to be an introduction to the book that's coming out. So,
okay.
Y'all stay tuned for that. It's just going to basically talk about me in the business, but it's going to be an introduction to the book that I have coming out, which is, the life of the grind guy. So y'all stay tuned.
Real stuff. Do we have a date for the ebook? So we can know if we should start salivating over it now or what?
Stay tuned.
That's what's up.
Hey, so this is, I've been fighting with this, man, for a minute now. When you don't, again, I got to be in position, right? So I've been fighting with it for a minute, man. I keep saying I'm going to do this book. But now it's the time. So y'all stay tuned.
I feel you. I finally had my ebook come out earlier actually a few months ago. I was fighting with it, and it finally came out.
What ebook?
See what I'm talking about? I haven't really made a whole lot of noise about it. Quick Start Guide to Real Estate Investing.
Wait, say it again.
The Quick Start Guide to Real Estate Investing. Real life.
You know what? I think I did see that. Yeah. Okay. How can we find that, Glenn?
Actually, you can get it on. I think the site. I put the site in there. And I'm only selling it for $1 now. My mentor is like, this book should be on. It's going on Amazon. It's going to be selling for like $24.99.
Okay.
I'm only selling it for $1, and you can get it on Real Life Real Estate Investing website, realliferealestateinvesting.com.
Okay.
And it's only selling for $1.
Cool. Put that in the comments.
Yeah, put that in the comments, man. We want everybody to eat.
We're gonna make sure we do that. But last but certainly not least, I want to say congratulations to Mr. Charlie Parks. Big up, man. Big up. Congratulations on pending nuptials. Man, if I was
eyeliner that doesn't run, Glenn. Boy.
Hey, that's definitely a grown man move right there, man. So
man. Appreciate so proud of this dude, man. So proud of these. I'm just proud of these two because, again, like just on what they're doing and the growth is big. It's big. It's bigger than just what people see. Like we're talking right now, but it's bigger than what we're talking about right now.
Deep.
Like, it's real deep.
Yeah. Hey man, growth is gonna happen, man, whether we like it or not. It's gonna be one direction we grow in, it's gonna be another direction we grow in. But certainly, from seeing from all of us. Now we've been growing together for some years now.
And Glenn, with you, we gotta give you some props, like what you've done with this show, man. This platform, what you give people the opportunity to do, man. But even just for you, on the technical side and everything behind the scenes that people don't see that goes into this, talking to you off the grid, like even preparing for this show this morning, right? Just talking about the intricate details of being able to put yourself on multiple platforms, when it comes to editing and, just all the different things that a lot of people don't think about. They just see the finished product, but what goes into it, so we got to give you big
shout
kudos.
Out to Glenn, man.
Listen, thank y'all. It's folks like y'all that inspire me because I tell you, I quit this show every week.
You called me one time like, John, should I do the show? Man, you better do the show.
I'm trying to do the show from the lake. I remember that.
Yeah, you did the show from the boat one time. I wonder who your hosts were.
Can I pull up in Miami?
Look, who was the host when you did the show from the boat?
Hey, listen, of course the grind guy and Mo Hustle got this show. See, listen, that's why y'all repeat host on the show, man, because
we appreciate it, man.
Great at it, man. I have to have people that I could trust to, to come on the show and do what they do, man.
You can't have anybody on the show.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. But seriously, Glenn, you have to put yourself out there because I know Tim Harvey just says that he didn't know about the ebook either. So definitely make sure that you just post that on your social media just to put it out there again, remind everybody. And even for us that did not see it the first time, or those that didn't see it the first time, make sure that they see it again. And then everybody that's watching right now, repost.
And then you know us, how we brand, Glenn. So just shoot us what you need us to put out. And hey, go purchase my guy Glenn Glasper, Mr. Dollar Over Dimes ebook. And they gonna go buy it.
Hey, if y'all want to hire John for a commercial, just hit up Charlie.
I know, right?
Look,
listen. Hey, I don't know how much his prices are gonna be. You know, I know since he's got the word of the month, he's got the ebook, he's got the podcast coming out. Listen, I'm gonna have to get a small invoice before
prices going up.
I'm about to get a small invoice before everything blows up.
But seriously, man, we really appreciate you, Glenn, as always, and we would love to be back on the show whenever you want us to be back on the show, man. When you have the time to fit us in to your show. So
yeah, we definitely gonna make it happen, man. Like I said, y'all bring the energy, y'all bring the knowledge, y'all bring the expertise, man. You know, and the motivation, that a lot of people need when watching something like this. To keep the people engaged, man. Y'all bring it all. So listen, y'all a total package, man. So we definitely gonna have this happening very soon again. You see me leaning in some more very soon again.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Glenn.
All right, thank y'all so much.
Positive.
Definitely.
Embrace the grind, love the struggle. Or hold on. Embrace the grind, love the hustle. That's
hey, put yourselves in position to do what's needed to take you to the next level.
Hey, listen. I need to get on the mailing list, man, so I can get a word of the month T-shirt for every month. How do I sign up for that?
Hey, you got the phone number, Glenn.
You know what to do, man. You call us all, Glenn. Come on, man.
So speaking of that, while I got you, is there an opportunity for people to get the word of the month T-shirts on a regular basis?
Yeah, at this point, we're working on the branding side of that. That's a me thing, right? So definitely. I got a lot going on. So right now, you just call 404-482-2016.
Hey, that's gonna be like the new Mike Jones number there, bro. You remember Mike Jones?
You're gonna start hearing it. So
448-22016. 448-22016.
You don't know that number by heart. All right, guys,
that's gonna go hard.
And at the end of the day, y'all, whatever you do, just stay legit, right?
Oh, stay legit.
Don't try to be legit.
Be legit. You don't use the word try.
I'm gonna go ahead and put this out there. Charlie, don't hate me, but Charlie's getting married next month, and it's COVID season, but we can all contribute something to Charlie's nuptials. So Charlie, what's the cash app? Don't put cash app on that.
You don't even know.
Here we go, humble hustler.
We're
gonna make it happen.
Charlie Parks.
How you doing? What is it?
The cash tag Charlie Parks.
So money sign Charlie Parks.
Yeah. Is it? Did I say it right? Cash tag.
I just said money sign.
Okay, money sign. Everybody know the money sign.
Yeah, all right, so everybody that's watching and listening, Charlie Parks is getting married next month. Let's go ahead and make a donation to Charlie Parks, man, and help him go ahead and jump the broom real quick.
We donating right now. Appreciate me and Mo Hustle about to donate right now. You got.
Hey, look, I'm gonna make it happen too. For sure. Let me see what you got there. Okay, got it. Okay. All right.
Oh, cool. Y'all didn't see Charlie. You sent me.
So, let's make a donation to my man Charlie Parks.
I requested 2,500 from Charlie. He declined it.
Hey, y'all don't understand what goes on behind the scenes. We just have a good time, man. We have a good time.
Oh my goodness.
Real stuff.
Hey, this show will never end if we keep going.
Right?
So.
No, we can.
Look, keep going. Try to wrap up for 20 minutes, but listen. Okay, I know how we do. We get on here and go for another hour.
My bad.
Listen, I love y'all, man. Keep doing what y'all do.
Love you too, bro.
All right,
thank you again.
Thank you.
Salute to everything y'all got going on, and I appreciate y'all again for being on the show.
Absolutely.
Oh, y'all see it. Show them hope. Y'all see it.
Show the back. They got that Mike Jones number 404-482-2016. Everybody take over for the day. Listen, this has been the Real Life Real Estate Investing Show, where we talk about real life real estate situations, where we bring you real life real estate solutions. Again, shout out to the Everybody Eats team for being on the show today. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for tuning in. We will be back next week with a phenomenal guest. So be tuning in next week at the same time, same channel. We look forward to talking to y'all soon.